Hello, podcast listener. This is your host with the most, JJ, and I've assembled some of my favorite audio clips from throughout the years. Some of these are the first things Tucker and I collaborated on, even before podcasts were podcasts. There's even some stuff I did on the radio. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of JJ Meets World Classic Audio. And by the way, if you'd like to help support our podcast, visit jjmeetsworld.com where you can donate to our Patreon, pick up some killer swag at our merch shop, or click the link to Apple Podcast and give us a 5-star review.
1, 2, 3, 4. J.J. Gordon, sort of like that Indiana Jones, in that he's always sniffing out his next adventure. Yes, he is. He's always interviewing guests so he can have them on his show and they can talk about pop culture, arts, and leisure. J.J. has his flag unfurled and he likes his french fries curled, and he's fun and then he twirled as he goes to meet the world. He will march into the rain even if his ankle sprained. Take a peek inside his brain. This podcast is called J.J. Meets World.
These first few pieces that you're going to listen to are from the United Nations Musical Comedy Hour. Tucker, I hope I got that correct. It was a radio show that Tucker had on KNDS, which is a local free radio station here in Fargo, North Dakota. And these pieces were recorded as fake news pieces. Not fake news, but fictional news pieces that we put together. Previous guest Steve Poitras is the one who does the voice of Martin Pretty, our fake newscaster. These were a lot of fun to write. We wrote them about some people we actually knew, so some of these are based in reality. I hope you enjoy these as much as we enjoyed them, and listening back years later, pretty good stuff.
It's the United Nations Radio News. Presbyterian Church volunteer mistakenly uses menorah clip art to jazz up Christmas bulletin. I'm Martin Pretty. Marjorie Benson, a 7-year volunteer at the United Fellowship Presbyterian Church on 8th Street in Maine, mistakenly used menorah clip art while designing Noel News, her church's annual Yuletime publication. When reached for comment, Benson expressed frustration with Microsoft Word's ambiguous classification of December holiday images.
Well, no, I just thought it was a bunch of candles. I didn't realize it was being used by that other religion.
In an effort to prevent future indiscretions, Benson plans to stick to using poinsettias and snowflakes. This has been the United Nations Radio News. For more news updates, tune in every Wednesday night at 10 to the United Nations Musical Comedy Hour on 105.9 Radio Free Fargo. McDonald's employee ponders race relations over ice cream twist cone. It's the United Nations Radio News. I'm Martin Pretty. New ethnic and cultural understanding was achieved Friday afternoon at a downtown McDonald's restaurant, where employee Donald Mackey pondered race relations while preparing a chocolate and vanilla ice cream twist cone. Mackey, a 24-year-old grad school student, was readying a customer's order when he was struck by the similarity of the frozen dessert treat to the cultural difficulties between different races.
I never looked at it this way before. It's like we can exist as a beautiful people if we all just stick together. Otherwise, we'll find ourselves melted at the bottom of a sugary wafer cake cone.
Mackey later pointed out the revelation to his managers, while also noting the similarity between the layers of a Big Mac and the social struggles of the middle class. This has been the United Nations Radio News. For more news updates, tune in every Wednesday night at 10 to the United Nations Musical Comedy Hour on 105.9 Radio Free Fargo. Cowboy hat utilized for non-cow wrangling purposes. It's the United Nations Radio News. I'm Martin Pretty. Scott Redlinger, a 22-year-old area college freshman, annoyed his friends Thursday by utilizing a cowboy hat for non-cow wrangling purposes at a local dance club. Redlinger, known by his roommate Alex Mayo for using totally idiotic moves to impress women, had expressed satisfaction with the hat's success the following day.
Scott thought he had all these women swarming around him because they liked a stupid cowboy hat. Little did he know the chicks at the bar had a running bet on who could knock it off his head with their breasts.
Mayo later added that next time Scott will probably put on a fedora or something really stupid like that. This has been the United Nations Radio News. For more news updates, tune in every Wednesday night at 10 to the United Nations Musical Comedy Hour on 105.9 Radio Free Fargo. Mime walking in 3/4 time, hit by car moving in 8/8 time. This is Martin Pretty with the United Nations Radio News. Tragedy occurred Sunday afternoon when a mime walking in 3/4 time was struck by a motor vehicle moving in 8/8 time. Marcel Devereaux, a local area street performer, was performing the piece Slow Dramatic Walk when he wandered into the street and in front of a 1989 Mercury Tracer performing 5 miles above the speed limit. After the accident, Devereaux had this to say. It is unknown whether or not Devereaux will return to the neighborhood to annoy the hell out of everyone he sees once more. This has been the United Nations Radio News. For more news updates, tune in every Wednesday night at 10 to the United Nations Musical Comedy Hour on 105.9 Radio Free Fargo. It's the United Nations Radio News. College student creates collage about collagen. I'm Martin Pretty. Concordia College student Carol Collins used crayons and crepe paper to create the collage about collagen. Collins created the collage for a class in creative media. Collins also has collages planned for her conducting and cooking courses. When coerced into comment, Collins recalled eating copious amounts of cauliflower to fuel her creative genes. Daughter of Colonel and Catherine Collins, her parents complain about her callousness in not calling home and non-cooperation when at home.
Creating collages is careful work. Calling home takes time, and I still have to cover my notes that I carry around everywhere.
In response to her statement, Colonel Collins called us with this comment. That's crap. This has been the United Nations Radio News. For more news updates, tune in every Wednesday night at 10 to the United Nations Musical Comedy Hour on 105.9 Radio Free Fargo. Kiefer Sutherland still kicks total ass. It's the United Nations Radio News. I'm Martin Pretty. Upon finishing the first episode of Season 5 of the acclaimed Fox program 24, key grip Danny Anderson was quoted as proclaiming that lead actor Kiefer Sutherland still kicks total ass. When reached for comment, Anderson said,
You should see him in this show. He still has tons of intensity. I watched The Lost Boys on TBS the night before and realized that he's been kicking ass for over 20 years now.
Sutherland, who turns 40 in 2006, has been an accomplished actor in Hollywood since his premiere film 1983's Max Dugan Returns. Anderson admits to not having a complete knowledge of Sutherland's career, but still claims to have been a big fan even before Sutherland lent him $5 at the studio commissary for lunch. This has been the United Nations Radio News. For more news updates, tune in every Wednesday night at 10 to the United Nations Musical Comedy Hour on 105.9 Radio Free Fargo. Nations homeless abuse free taco bar. It's the United Nations Radio News. I'm Martin Pretty. Tom Washington, owner and manager of the Beef and Brandy in Toledo, Ohio, has asked the city council members to do something about the, quote, damn dirty homeless. Washington recently opened a patio section at his restaurant that included a buffet line for patrons to make their own tacos. The service was designed to entice people to patronize the bar and then enjoy a free taco with their beverage of choice. Upon opening, several of the city's homeless began wandering over and making their own tacos. In an effort to stop the constant plundering, Washington has erected a 3-foot-high fence and a stern sign that reads, paying customers of Beef and Brandy only. Boxcar Marty, spokesman for the Down and Out of downtown, had this to say in regard to the accusations.
What do you think we are? Barbarians? It's just a total lack of disrespect. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go pee in that alley and yell some unintelligible stuff at that hydrant.
The city council's decision on the matter is still pending. This has been the United Nations Radio News. For more news updates, tune in every Wednesday night at 10 to the United Nations Musical Comedy Hour on 105.9 Radio Free Fargo.
This next piece, I assume I made in GarageBand on Mac. The title of the track is Poop City. It's also in a file format that I had to switch over a few times before I could get it into something that was actually playable on modern technology. GarageBand was great because it's all these audio loops and you can put them together to make whatever you need. It was great for people who were filmmaking back in the day and being able to create your own small pieces of orchestral music. I don't know why I called this Poop City, but I will tell you that I still would title the track Poop City if I had the chance, because I'm a giant grown baby. rounding out this session, I got to give major props to Scotch and Britta, who I hosted my first radio show on commercial radio with. We had the Rock 102 morning show, and a lot of these come from that era. Also, when they swapped our show to be a family-friendly show, we went from a hard rock station to being a family-friendly station, and Scotch, Britta, and I were the only things that survived the axing. And so some of these are a little weird, some are a little different, some are fake commercials, some are some audio sketches that we did, some are prank phone calls. I hope that you enjoy these, because when you hear me laugh during these, it is genuine laughter where I almost couldn't contain myself while making some of these great little audio pieces.
How many times has this happened to you?
Hi, Cheryl. Great party. The food and drinks are awesome, but how about playing some music?
Sorry, Richie. I couldn't find the right sound. Pop music is too sexist, and country makes me want to get a root canal. It's hard these days to find high-quality music that appeals to everyone.
Oh, then you haven't heard about Britta Plays the Classics, then.
Britta Plays the Classics? What's that?
Hi, I'm radio personality and Miss Sargent County third runner-up Britta Lee. For years, I have been refining my personal sound, and now you can enjoy hit songs like Rubber Band Man, Rich Girl, and Spirit of the Radio, played by America's favorite mouth instrument, the kazoo.
You've never truly heard these classics until Britta makes them her own on the kazoo. The static melodies will keep you dancing until dawn. Hear kazooed versions of Highway to Hell. Or maybe you're looking for the perfect first dance song for your wedding. Look no further than Don't Wanna Miss a Thing, made even sweeter when played by Britta on the kazoo.
You can even request songs. Gene Simmons had me do the entire Kiss discography for him. God Gave Rock and Roll to You required me to use both my nose and mouth to get the kazoo harmonies just right. Note that due to an infection, I'm unable to play any Guns N' Roses songs because it requires additional kazoos in additional areas, and I just don't have the strength for it.
Act now and score yourself a bonus ringtone track. Think about how cool you'll look when this little ditty plays on your phone at work.
What do you think of my party, Richie?
This is the best party I've ever been to. Where did you get this awesome music?
Shh! That's a secret between me and Britta.
Found exclusively on iTunes. Purchase Britta Plays the Classics today and take your next party from a 10 to an 11, which is better because it's one notch above a 10.
The Rock 102 Morning Show with Scotch, JJ, and Britta on Rock 102.
Fargo Moorhead's Rock Station, Rock 102. Good morning. It is Scotch, JJ, and Britta, and every so often we like to spotlight a brand new sponsor to the show. Today, that sponsor is Cowboy's Choice.
Whoa, easy, girl. Howdy, folks. I'm Smokey Ben Weaselteeth. I reckon you're familiar with my Cowboy's Choice original beef jerky, but what you may not realize is that I also make the best damn baked beans you'll ever eat. Introducing Cowboy's Choice Baked Beans.
Cowboy's Choice Baked Beans have that fresh from the campfire taste. Slow cooked and flavored with hickory and maggot larvae. It's the authentic, old-timey flavor of the Old West, with potassium sorbate to retard mold growth.
Yep, it gets mighty lonesome out here on the old trail. All a man can depend on is the warmth of a good meal and the love of his faithful horse. Ah, now hush. Y'all put on them stockings and stand over there by the campfire like I done told you. Yep, the Old West can be powerful lonesome, but the flavor of Cowboy's Choice Baked Beans makes you feel like you're right at home. Here's my great-granddaughter, Starla.
Hi, I'm Starla Weaselteeth. My grandfather ain't been right in the head for over 2 decades, and yet he continues to squander his money producing these commercials for products that aren't in no way approved by the FDA. I urge you to resist the urge to buy this product and encourage the ramblings of an unstable old man. An old man who is riddled with senility and is facing several charges of horse molestation.
Ain't she cute? Found her under a rock out on the trail way back in 1997. I should have left her there on account of now she's trying to have me committed. I'll let you in on a secret, though. You gotta get up pretty early in the morning to outsmart old Ben Weaselteeth. I cut her and all them other gold diggers out of my will years ago. That's how I can continue to afford to serve up the best the Old West has to offer. Come on, Trigger. You and I got a date. Don't you be sassing me.
Cowboy's Choice Baked Beans. Available in original, brown sugar and bacon, and skunk flavor. It's what crazy tastes like.
The Rock 102 Morning Show with Scotch, JJ, and Britta on Rock 102.
Rock 102, where the valley comes to rock. Good morning, it is Scotch, JJ, and Britta. Today in the studio, we're celebrating one of mankind's most important inventions. This device truly separated us from the animals and led us to modern-day food preparation, space travel, and even birth practices. And of course, we are talking about...
Hold that thought, Scotch.
Dang it.
It's Joan from reception. You can come in.
I'm sorry to interrupt your show, guys, but there's a guest waiting out here, and I wasn't sure what to do.
You know, we aren't expecting any guests. Is there something on the calendar that we just didn't see, or...
He's not on the list. I think you guys will understand if I show you.
Hey, guys. It's your best friend, Billy.
Holy crap. Billy, what are you doing here?
I ran away from home and decided to live here in the studio. Don't worry, though. I will help with the show.
Billy, you're running away from home?
Yeah, my dad said I couldn't make fart noises at the dinner table, so I made a real big one at my grandpa's funeral, and I got in trouble. They took away my radio so I couldn't listen, so I ran away from home. Hey, Britta's the same height as me.
We're gonna have to call your parents, Billy. I'm sure that they're worried about you.
They won't notice I'm even gone. They don't care about me. Is this the button that does the farts? Can I push it? More.
Yeah, Billy. Billy. William, you stop that right now. When an adult is talking, you pay attention. Did you hear me, young man?
All right, calm down, JJ. Let me talk to him. You know, Billy, childhood can be a confusing time for anyone. I remember when I was your age and I started to get confused about feelings and my body.
My mom says that you are compensating for something with your outrageous hair. Want to help me build a fort with these blankets?
Honestly, this is unacceptable. You guys, I'm really uncomfortable with this kid in here. And, you know, it's only been 2 minutes and everything is just sticky. And I don't even want to think about what's going to happen if he needs to get his diaper changed.
Hands are on everything.
I don't wear diapers unless I'm swimming in a pool. Hey, is this a real handgun?
Whoa! Hey, that's it. Come here.
No! You guys don't want me. My parents don't want me. I'm going to run away to somewhere no one will ever go.
Wait,
Aberdeen.
Billy, what do you mean your parents don't want you? I'm sure that they love you very, very much.
Not anymore. My mom is pregnant, and now all I talk about is a new baby. They don't want me around anymore.
I see. Well, Billy, sometimes when a new baby joins your family, it can seem like your parents don't have time for you. But that's when you need to step up and be the big brother. You know, your new sibling's going to need you. You're very important.
Yeah, you know, plus babies fart all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all you have to do is put them on their back and bicycle kick their fat little legs. Lots of farts.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Like my own personal fart machine?
Yeah.
You guys are the best. I'm going to go home now and get ready for my new little brother or sister.
Shouldn't somebody walk him home or call his parents or something?
He's fine. He got here on his own. He'll get home on his own. Now I can finally take my pants off without feeling uncomfortable.
Well, we try to convince JJ to keep his... Okay, never mind. This is Scotch, JJ, and Britt on Rock 102. We'll be right back. Rock 102, where the valley comes to rock. It is the only morning show that has its own taco bar. Scotch, JJ, and Britta, and summer right around the corner. It seems like there's a lot of help wanted signs I'm seeing around town, you know?
You know, Scotch, I remember my first summer job. I was hired to be a caddy at a stuffy old country club. Spent the summer sweating and pretending that I actually enjoyed the game of golf.
My first summer job was being a nanny.
I didn't know you babysat little kids.
It wasn't for kids. It was for an old guy who lived down the street. He would wear a diaper, and I would yell at him to clean up his room. Paid way better than this radio gig.
I would imagine so. Well, I brought in a phone number for a business that had a help wanted sign in the window. We're going to call it up here, and JJ is going to talk to the manager. We'll see if he can talk his way into a part-time job. Here we go.
Good morning, Deal with Park Department.
Hi, my name is Mitch. I wanted to apply for a job.
We can see what we got here.
First off, what's the pay?
Oh, well, the pay is dependent upon experience, sir.
I have a lot of experience.
You have a lot of experience?
Yeah.
That's good to hear. Right now, the main things that we are hiring for is for a pool director, an assistant pool director, and lifeguards for the municipal pool.
Which one of those is the boss?
Well, the director, of course, would be the boss.
Okay, so what would I'd like to be the director. What do I have to do?
Well, first off, you'd have to put in an application, which you can find online.
I can't use the computer anymore. I got grounded from the computer at my house. So could I just come down there and fill out paperwork?
Wait a sec. You can't use a computer?
Yeah, I got grounded. I was looking at pornography.
You can always go to the public library.
I can't go to the public library either. I'm not allowed to be in the library anymore because I kept bringing my dog into the library, and then they banned me.
Okay.
Do you have a computer I could use at the parks department? I could just come in and use your computer to fill out the app?
You could come out to the parks department. It's at the city hall is actually where you would want to go.
Do I get to decide who gets to come to the pool and who doesn't get to come to the pool? Because I've got a lot of beefs that I'd like to really make public and keep some people out of the pool, keep them from having a good time, do whatever I can to make their life miserable.
That's open to the public, so you can't really say who can or cannot. However, if there are people that are
sir, I can't hear you. Is this how you run your department? If your phone's going in and out all the time, I don't want to work for some Johnny-come-lately. I'd rather work for a better government operation.
Well, I'm sorry. It might be just a connection in between. I'm hearing you just fine.
I'm pretty sure it's not. Here, hold on. Listen, my dad wants to talk to you. Was that be okay? Can you talk to my dad real quick?
Your dad?
Yeah, I'm only 15.
Oh. Yeah, sure. Put your dad
here's
on.
my dad. His name is also Mitch.
Hey, how you doing? This is Mitch Henderson. I'm Mitch's father. I got to tell you, Mitch.
Hi, Mitch.
Mitch is a talented young man, but I just can't, I can't get him focused. He is, I've been telling him this summer you got to get a damn job, but that kid, he just plays with that dog. He takes that dog with him everywhere. Do you allow dogs into the pool area?
Not into the pool area.
Jesus, Mary,
no pets
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. He spends so much time with that thing. It's unnatural.
Okay, yeah, if he's only 15, I believe the only thing we could have is a lifeguard position for him.
What is your name?
My name is Jeff.
Jeff, you got to do me a favor. I got to get Mitch out of the house, okay? He is just sucking us dry. So if you could please get him a job, I would consider it a personal favor.
Well, I can't guarantee him a job. I mean, he can apply for a lifeguard position.
David?
However, we do have swimming lessons. We've got plenty of activities within the parks department.
David, I'm going to have to call you back. I got to give my wife an enema.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're listening to the Rock 102 Morning Show with Scotch, JJ, and Britta on Rock 102.
A good morning to you. It's Scotch, JJ, and Britta, offending your sensibilities on a Friday morning, but not sexually offending your sensibilities. We would not do that. Not like this Gresham County gentleman here, whose name is Mike Dick.
That's very fitting.
He was arrested after authorities received reports of a naked man walking around and masturbating in the Tickle Creek area. Reports from the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office. So we got Mike Dick masturbating at Tickle Creek.
I like the composite sketch that they put together.
Isn't that a riot? Now, he almost looks, there's an actor he looks like. I can't quite figure out.
He looks like John Malkovich in Rounders.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what he looks like.
I'm sorry, Britt. I'll turn this around so you can see it.
It's okay. I saw it earlier. Yeah.
And so he's a chrome dome. He's bald. And then the police sketch, he's got this rich, rock star hair, like I don't know what you call it, like a mullet sort of.
They also have him with this big toothy grin.
Well, sure, the drawings from when he was working it.
Obviously smiling.
Yeah.
Ma'am, could you describe him? Well, he was exuberantly happy.
Smiling.
I saw him in the Tickle Creek area. So, yes, the police.
My husband and I like to walk along Tickle Creek on our anniversary every year.
So they went to his home and they figured out that he was wearing a wig. So driving around totally naked, and then he'd hop out of his truck and
Not totally naked. He had a wig on.
Right, covered by a wig. The funny thing is, he apparently has a little bit of a musical background, because when they asked him to defend himself, he had this to say. Just 'cause I was naked and a trying out of my new wig, some folks got upset 'cause I was showing off my fig. Up on Tickle Creek, I'm jerking, I might spring a leak. It's working, if you want a peek, I'm willing. My name's Mike Dick and I'm from Clackamas County. Down and down and down, break it down. Up on Tickle Creek, I'm jerking, it might spring a leak. Oh, it's working, if you want a peek, I'm willing. My name's Mike Dick and I'm from Clackamas County.
Scotch, JJ, and Britta. Mornings, 5:30 to 9 on Rock 102.
Rock 102, where the Valley comes to rock. Tax day is less than a week away, so if you haven't started your taxes yet, it might be time for you to start panicking.
You know, Scotch, I hired a service to take care of my taxes, and I received a call from the IRS yesterday.
Uh-oh.
So I thought we could get my tax preparer on the line and find out just what's going on.
All right, let's do that. We'll dial up Sheila, the tax lady, see if we can get some answers here. Here we go.
Hello, is this the guy who picks up roadkill? Because I had claimed dibs on that carcass.
No. Sheila, this is Rock 102, the morning show with Scotch, JJ, and Britta.
Oh, good morning to my favorite client.
You're yawning. Are you tired?
I'm just a little tired. I was up all night forging receipts. I have so many paper cuts that I decided to freebase coffee. I just stick my hands into cups of coffee and let the veins do their work.
Did you say you're forging receipts? Haven't you learned your lessons yet about lying to the U.S. government?
Listen, idiots. I'm not doing taxes in the United States. A real cute U.S. Marshal told me that I was under investigation, so I fled to the only place that doesn't extradite, and I will still recognize my undergrad degree in auctioneering.
You fled the United States, so where did you go to? South America, Africa?
I went somewhere outside the reach of any United States authority. Florida. Set up shop in Florida with my new company, Sheila Bloomquist 2 Tax Service, taxes and taxidermy.
Sheila, I got a call from the IRS, and they sounded pretty pissed off. What did you do when you filed my taxes this year that they would be calling me about?
It could be a couple of things. I found a 12-pack of expired Diet Pepsi, drank the whole thing, and the next thing I knew, I had a G-string full of $1 bills. But I was inside the polar bear cage.
You were where? In the polar bear cage?
I was inside the polar bear cage at the Duluth Zoo. If I can be honest with you, I don't even remember filing your taxes.
What?
Maybe they're mad that they didn't get anything. Wait, it's coming back. I remember here. I will send you a fax copy of your tax return.
Oh, and hey, look at that. Here, she's not lying. Here it comes right now. Oh boy, JJ, look at this.
Oh, my God. It's a doodle of a middle finger. This must be why they're so angry.
That's the back page of the form. Check out the front, mister.
Oh, wow. No wonder the IRS is so pissed at you, JJ. It's a photocopy of a butt.
Wrong again, Scotch. That's not a butt.
Well, then what is it? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Now I got a jet. I need to see a man about buying a home security system.
Oh, you're investing in an alarm system?
No, a giant boa constrictor. I want to be like the guy in Harry Potter and learn to talk to snakes. Real quick before I go, do you know anyone who could be willing to buy a used copier?
No, Sheila, we told you, you can't use the show to sell your stuff.
It still works, but you are going to need some serious degreaser to clean the glass.
Yuck.
It looks like someone rubbed a double quarter pounder all over it. For more information, check out my website, www.mistresssheila.com, or call 1-800-TAX-TURD for more financial planning advice.
Did she just say tax turd?
Yeah, 1-800-TAX turd.
All right, well, good luck with your tax and taxidermy outfit operation you got, Sheila. Rock 102 Morning Show, Scotch, JJ, and Britta on Rock 102. Rock 102, your FM rock station. It's Scotch, JJ, and Britta in the morning, the only morning show that's still using Windows 95. And the Fargo Downtown Street Fair is this weekend. The event celebrating its 40th anniversary. Lots of great crafts, food, and events taking place downtown.
You know, I don't know about you, Scotch, but I love the street fair. It's one of my favorite events, and my gutty works have finally recovered from the Red River Valley Fair food, and I'm ready to tackle, I'm going to get pork chops on a stick, and those strawberry fields treats.
This is probably the biggest downtown event of the year, and certainly the biggest thing happening this weekend. Should we get this?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Hello, Rock 102.
Yeah, good. My name is Daryl Butterslide, and I'm as angry as can be about you shock jocks always pushing the Fargo Downtown Street Fair.
Whoa. Hang on a second there, Mr. Butterslide. I don't mean to throw gas on the fire, but I don't see what the problem is with us, talking about such a big community event.
Yeah, well, what floods my river is the fact that you never talk about the other great street fairs in the area. Give everyone a chance. You're probably in the pocket of big fair anyway.
I don't think that there is such a thing as a big fair.
You just care about the fame and not us little guys trying to add value to our community.
Okay, I assume this means that you're involved in some other street fair or something?
Darn right I am. I'm the founder and grand marshal of the Gackle Street Fair, North Dakota's most exciting block and a half of arts, crafts, food, music, magic, and physical challenge.
Whoa. Slow it down there, Daryl. Let's take this step by step. Now, you say that the Gackle Street Fair has arts and crafts?
Yeah, I would be curious to see what kind of arts and crafts you have there.
I'm glad that you asked. We have numerous vendors offering knickknacks such as rocks that look like donuts, rocks painted to look like tractors, and quilts.
Wow. Sounds like a lot of rocks. What about the grub? Don't tell me you're just serving up rocks as food.
I don't appreciate your tone, and I would thank you for not insinuating that we still eat rocks in Gackle.
Sorry about that.
We are featuring one food vendor with thousands of different tastes, if you want to know. The booth is called Gary and Terry Trumbo's Turkey Trots. And all the dishes involve their Minnesota-raised turkeys, turkey pot pie, turkey legs, turkey ice cream.
So their turkey operation wasn't affected by the bird flu outbreak then?
We will also have a juggling magician. We spent tens of dollars on a focus group, and we learned that what people expect is this type of an act at a street fair. Our juggler will entertain you with his ability to juggle.
Sounds awesome. What about the physical challenges you mentioned?
Well, those are new this year, and I tell you, we have an iPhone 3 that we're going to give away to the first person who can smash a toilet into pieces, throw the pieces into a basketball hoop, and then drink a sixer of Schlitz. This is based off the daily workout routine of America's favorite athlete, Michael Vick.
Well, we got to tell you, we got to go, Daryl, but before you go, when is your street fair?
The Gackle Street Fair and Stray Dog Roundup is this afternoon from 3:45 p.m. until 4:15 p.m. And remember our motto, there are other street fairs, but our sheriff is out of town, so have fun.
Well, the Fargo Downtown Street Fair is going on right now and Saturday. If you don't want to trek out to Gackle, head downtown for some fun. This is Scotch, JJ, and Britta on Rock 102. Rock 102, where the valley comes to rock. Good morning. It's Scotch, JJ, and Britta coming to you live from our studios here in Fargo, North Dakota. And are you guys getting excited for summer or what?
Oh, I am more excited for summer than I probably should be.
Me too. I already broke out the bikinis, the flip-flops, and a sunscreen bottle that is either full of whiskey or SPF 30. I can't remember.
Oh, man.
Well, don't start with the inner thighs or you could find out the hard way. JJ, let me ask you, why are you so amped up about summer?
I am going to adult summer camp.
Adult summer camp?
Yep, 3 days of camp activities and drinking, just like when I went to camp in middle school.
I've never heard about adult summer camp before. How did this show up on your radar?
Glad you asked, Scotch. I actually found out from our good friend and counselor in training, Jeremy Bearlocker.
Oh, hold that thought. Good morning, Rock 102.
AWESOME. We are awesome, you and me. Camp!
Jeremy, for the last time, please do not yell into the phone. We can hear you just fine.
Not yelling, just brimming with positive attitude about the green trees, the blue water, and my new job that I'm so excited about.
Yeah, you know what? JJ was telling us about it. You work at an adult summer camp now?
Just on the mandatory detox weekends from Camp Pika Pee. You know, I am so jacked about finally getting to spend time with adults instead of kids. Now when the campers wet the bed, I know it's on purpose and not just the trials and tribulations of growing up.
I'm really interested in this adult camp. Are there s'mores?
Yes.
Is there archery?
All you can shoot.
What about sing-alongs?
Only the best ever. I bet JJ didn't tell you the name of our camp, or you would have known the answer to that last question.
And what is the name of the camp?
Located in the Pacific Northwest, tucked between the place where they shot the movie Pet Sematary and Van Wilder, is Camp John Mellencamp.
Camp John Mellencamp?
Yes, sirree, Bob. It's an entire weekend themed around our founder and America's bad boy of the acoustic guitar.
Oh, my God.
You'll spend the weekend Jack and Diane style, meaning it's co-ed, and then you get to ROCK, climb in the USA, and we end every night with our signature cherry bomb fireworks show. Whether you are a big city girl or a small town boy, you'll be itching like you have crabs to come back next year.
This sounds awesome. I definitely want to come.
Well, we definitely want you to come, Britta. We'll have a weekend jam-packed with activities and branding.
Look, hang on a second. Branding? Don't you mean bonding?
No, I don't. I mean branding. We heat up a hot piece of metal and press it into your unwilling flesh to leave the mark of Camp John Mellencamp. And believe me, it hurts so good.
Well, maybe this doesn't sound quite as fun as I initially thought, Jeremy.
Well, maybe something a little slower is more your speed. We offer a weekend for those that are a little more aged that takes things a little bit easier. But it still has our signature style. We call those weekends Camp John Cougar Mellencamp. Sign up today and tell them that Bear Locker sent you.
All right.
Thanks, Jeremy. Can people reach you via your email address?
Yes, ma'am, 24/7. Folks can get in touch with me at bearlocker@footlocker.net.
All right, get it together, Jeremy. That's going to wrap things up. We will be right back at Scotch, JJ, and Britta on Rock 102. Rock 102, where the valley comes to rock. It is Scotch, JJ, and Britta in the morning. The morning show that comes with a side of coleslaw and a pickle.
We got a package yesterday, and it deserves to get some attention. It's a small box, and inside there's a cassette tape labeled, "Please play me, I only have pesos," and a note attached that's virtually illegible.
I can't read that.
You know, this note looks like it was written on the remains of a package of women's extra-large pantyhose.
It does, doesn't it? I actually had to go into the deep storage of the basement here in the building and find a cassette tape player, and the cords that we needed to plug it in, I managed to get it. So should we give it a listen, gang? You want to hear what's on this tape?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait.
Okay, well, here we go.
Shut up! I'm recording an album here. Wait, what? Just get me some KFC original recipe skin to suck on. Hello, radio station. My name is Sheila Bloomquist, and I am America's next big recording superstar. I have put together my first album, Sheila Sings the Classics, right here in my home studio in Gainesville, Florida. If you like what you hear, you can feel free to play this album nonstop on your station. There is something for everyone. For interview requests, please check out my website at www.mrsheila.com/iTunes is for idiots. Hope you turds enjoy.
Holy crap, JJ. Your accountant, Sheila, recorded an album.
Oh, this must have been why she wanted the address for the station. She told me it was to get me some immigration paperwork for my taxes.
Immigration paperwork? Aren't you a citizen of the United States?
Well, I am, but she told me that I needed to wire her some money to pay my Adam's apple tax. She's a horrible accountant.
Oh my God, you have to listen to this, guy. She does songs from every genre, and they're all horrible. Here's some Guns N' Roses. Listen to this.
Her name into the song.
Okay, that's not it. That's not everything. Here, look at, there's a country song in here. Check this out.
'Cause I've got friends in low places where the whiskey
she has the rights to these songs. It's probably illegal for us to be playing these covers.
Forget illegal. It's unethical to be broadcasting this to innocent listeners. Wait, okay, look at the label for side B. It says Disney, not for kids. Should I play it?
Absolutely not.
Oh, too late. I heard you start to say absolutely, and I didn't wait for the not. Here it is.
How the hell does this thing work? Is it recording yet? I can't tell. Benjamin, get in here and show Grandma how to work this thing. Wait, never mind. And a 1, 2, 3, 4. Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, I'm better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Up on the shore, they work all day. Out in the sun, they slave away. While we devote in full time to under the sea.
Burn that tape immediately.
Oh, my. It's stuck in the tape deck. We're going to need some tools. We'll be right back. It's Scotch, JJ, and Britta on Rock 102.
How many times has this happened to you?
Say, friend, do you all mind if I join your fire here? Mighty cold out here on the prairie.
Sure, stranger. Rest your boots. We're just about to crack into this beef jerky.
What brand is that?
Oh, no brand. Just some jerky I traded my wife for at the last fort.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I am not about to share a campsite with folks who don't appreciate quality jerky.
That's right. Don't accept any substitute. Next time you need some dried meat, reach for the best. Tear off some Cowboy's Choice. The deep, rich flavors of the range. Our jerky was cut, processed, and dried by real campfire cooks. Don't believe us? Take it from our founder, Smokey Ben Weaselteat.
Whoa, Trigger. Hello, jerky customer. I'm Smokey Ben Weaselteat, and I traveled the Oregon Trail 8 times to perfect the taste of Cowboy's Choice. Heck, folks used to say I didn't have nothing under my hat but hair, but the proof is in the jerky. We cure the meat in the sun on a rock that some say was the burial site of Custer himself. Then we rub in our special blend of spices and marinade. Our secret is the 3 B's: beans, beef, and bovine trichomoniasis. Yum, yum. That great taste has been the same for over 100 years. My great-great-grandson oversees the day-to-day operation of the business now, seeing as I lost my other leg, but I still keep my good eye open.
Cowboy's Choice Beef Jerky. Perfect for family gatherings, school fundraisers, or anytime you're craving that home-on-the-range style taste. Available in the following flavors: beef, sorta like beef, and Mustang. Find it wherever quality jerky is sold. If your local shop doesn't carry it, ask them why not.
Cowboy Jerky is a subsidiary of Chemical Co. and does not recommend eating more than 1 bite per day. Some consumers have been known to grow excess hair on their butts. If pregnant, remember that you're eating for 2 and double the suggested amount. Not approved by the FDA because a man should be free to make his own choices.
Cowboy's Choice Beef Jerky. Because you wouldn't want everyone to think that you're light in the britches, would you?
The Rock 102 Morning Show with Scotch, JJ, and Britta on Rock 102.
Where rock comes to play, it's Rock 102, the show that puts the rub back into rubbish. Scotch, JJ, and Britta coming out of your speakers this morning.
Okay, so what were you just telling me off air, Scotch?
Okay, so JJ and I were just having a delightful discussion about Hitler. And, you know, I think that there's a lot of people that, okay, fiddlesticks. So let me scoop this up quick. Good morning, Rock 102.
Hello, am I on the radio?
Well, hey there, little guy. You sure are. Who is this?
I called you guys before. My name's Billy.
Hey, it's little Billy. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. Is Buddy the puppet there? You should tell Buddy that I said hi to him. Can you do that?
Well, yeah, we can.
Absolutely.
And can you play some more fart noises for me? I like when you play the fart noises. That's my favorite part.
Hey, Billy, does your mom know that you are that you're listening to us this morning on the radio?
Gee whiz, no way. I told you guys before, my mom hates you.
Well, she hates us, huh? Well, why is that, Billy?
She says you're inappropriate because last week you told a joke and one of you said penis, so I asked my mom what a penis was and she got real mad and kind of uncomfortable, told me that I should go ask my dad.
Well, did you go and ask your dad then?
Yeah, he was getting into the shower and I asked him what one was. So he just pulled his towel off and showed me his. that that's what it was, and that his was a real humdinger.
Okay.
Humdinger.
Humdinger. Well, it was your dad, so I guess that's okay.
I guess so, sure.
And then yesterday, I was listening again to your show, and I heard you guys make another joke about a penis, so I laughed real hard at it because this time I got it.
Oh, sure.
And my mom said to me, "Oh, Billy, you must have found out what a penis is, huh?"
And what did you say to your mom?
Well, I pulled my pants down and told my mom, "Yeah, this is one." And if it was just a couple of inches shorter like that, it would be a real humdinger.
Oh, all right. Well, you better get off the line now. Thanks a lot for calling, Billy. It was very nice talking to you again.
Okay, boy. Play more fart noises, please.
Okay. Goodbye.
Yeah, they're up. But if you want bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, go to that bar in Devil's Lake.
I like the naked girls.
Scotch, JJ, and Britta on Rock 102.
Can you believe we went from there to here producing JJ Meets World over 300 plus episodes? It is a little staggering when you think about some of the quality of those, but I hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane with some past audio that we've made over the years, because I'm just shy of turning 40 years old, and I'm really looking back at all the fun, creative things that I've been able to do over the years. And I sure appreciate everyone who collaborated, all the guests who've been on JJ Meets World, all the people who've been on my radio show, and heck, even Tucker Lucas himself for being such a good pal and always having my back and never shying away from I thought of something last night. That's going to wrap it up for today's show. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to help us continue to produce new episodes each week, visit jjmeetsworld.com, where you can donate to our Patreon, pick up some swag at the merch shop, or follow our link to Apple Podcasts and leave us a 5-star review. You can also follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all the sites the cool kids are using these days. JJ Meets World is produced every week by Tucker Lucas. You can find out more about Tucker's work by visiting moonbasemaria.com. If you want to get in touch with your host with the most, check out linebenders.com, where you can find direct contact info for JJ or booking information. Britta still does that little Billy voice every time she calls to order a pizza.